Sign up now for the Flow Sports Premier Pack to get the ultimate Premier League coverage this season, only with Flow.
Economic Development Minister Guy Joseph questioned the sincerity of the opposition to the proposed Maria Islands Causeway by drawing parallels between the cultural value of snakes on Frigate Island during the Low Paradis development years ago and the Maria Islets. The Saint Lucia National Trust, or SLNT, has expressed concern about the potential threat to the indigenous species of the islands if Phase 2 of the proposed project goes ahead based on initial artist renderings of the development. The Trust is also not in favour of plans for a dolphin park at the Pigeon Islands National Landmark. During his contribution to the debate on the 2017 estimates on Thursday, Joseph says while he has no issue with preserving snakes, he wants the Trust to be consistent in its mandate.
Those who are advocating on behalf of the National Trust, I want to know whether the snakes at Frigate Island are different from the snakes or whether the snakes at Maria Islet were more precious than the snakes at Frigate Island. Because when the atrocities took place where the Paradis is, where was the National Trust? What did they say? And there used to be a thrill. Because I went there as a young person and you could see the snakes hanging, the boa constrictor on the branches. What happened to them? So you all went and killed all the snakes in Dennery. But now you want to preserve the snakes in Maria Islet. And I don't have a problem with preserving the snakes at Maria Islet. But let's be consistent.
Yeah.
Let's be consistent.
The Alan Chasney-led administration, which is at odds with the Conservancy Group, recently pulled the annual government subvention to the Trust in the 2018 estimates. Critics say it is a retaliatory strike. However, the Prime Minister insists the move was not personal but based on a new budgetary process where all expenses must be justified for each period. Joseph defends the move, claiming the departments under his portfolio were also subjected to the same conditions.
This morning, that people are making a big fuss about, Madam Speaker. Everybody, I had to go and justify. I requested $10 million for housing. I was told, bring your plan, what you want to do, how you want to do it, and we will see how much money you can get. You know how much I got? 3.5. 3.5.
The minister is convinced that there are political overtones in the recent activism and opposition to the projects.
So when I hear about cuts and people being asked to justify and they want to play like the Prime Minister is insensitive to this and that, I want to ask the National Trust, those of you who speak for the National Trust can speak for itself. But anytime organizations use politicians in the forefront and they get themselves tainted politically, people begin to question what they do.
The Prime Minister has defended the Maria Islets Causeway, stating that it will not be connected to the nature reserve. Furthermore, he says the plan is to enhance and not degrade the environment. Miguel Fabry, HTS News Force.